Welcome to the 15-Minute Financial Feast podcast, bringing you 15-minute segments to help you retire with purpose on time. We're serving up food for thought and bread for the head. Are you hungry to learn? Here are your hosts, Mark Triplett and Troy Westendorf.
Welcome to another episode of the 15-Minute Financial Feast. Today, you are listening to the audio from a live television interview where one of our favorite local news station anchors asked us questions about a financial topic on the minds of many hardworking folks in our community who are trying to make good decisions and get ahead.
All right, everybody, are you excited? Tax season is here, but we have some experts to help you out. So don't fret. You need to pay attention because Mark Triplett with Triplett-Westendorf Financial Group is here joining us, and he always breaks things down in a wonderful way. So, Mark, thank you for being here with us. This is something we can't ignore. Every year it happens, and there are countless tax changes I always feel like we need to keep up with. So we want to hear from you this morning. What are those major changes that we should possibly know about this year?
Well, so there are some changes that we'll get into, but I think, first of all, I just want to let everybody know that I think we'd all be better off if we became happy taxpayers. We kind of need things like first responders, roads, parks, national defense, all of that stuff that our tax money goes to pay for. But happy taxpayers don't pay more than the law requires. And it's up to you to know the rules or have somebody on payroll that does that for you, like a CPA or somebody to help you out. There's over 6,500 pages in the tax code. And that doesn't include all the other regulatory pages to interpret the tax code. So every dollar you overpay in taxes is a dollar you can't use to take the kids to the Grand Canyon or maybe save towards retirement. So know that it's on you, and know that it's a pretty deep, wide breadth of knowledge to have. So it's best to work with somebody who knows what the heck they're doing.
I like the way you think, sir. Let's all be happy taxpayers. I'm going to bring that up to my CPA later on this week, but we are officially, you should have all the pieces of paper hopefully sent to you in the mail. Maybe you've had to download a few things. Everything should be in front of you by now. So what is the next step we have to take to make sure that we are happy taxpayers out there?
Sure. So if you're going to try to tackle this on your own, maybe your tax situation isn't as complicated. There are great services out there that you can use. You've collected all the information you need. I would say make sure that you understand that the standard deduction did increase from 2020 to 2021. That increases each year. For married couples, that means that the first $25,100 that you make really isn't taxed. And then for single filers, it's about half that. And the tax brackets have actually increased for inflation. So every year your tax brackets go up a little bit, and if you made the same amount of money last year, you're not going to cross into another threshold. But if you made more than you did last year, you might be crossing into the next tax bracket threshold. These tax brackets and tax rates are all going to adjust pretty significantly when the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act sunsets at the end of 2025. So we have a few years left to do some pretty cool tax planning if you take action now. Another thing that I would also encourage folks to do is look at whether they should or should not contribute to an IRA or a Roth IRA. While the actual maximum contribution limits didn't change from last year to this year, the income limits that determine whether you're eligible to contribute did. So you may not have been eligible to contribute to a never taxed account like a Roth IRA last year, but maybe you are this year if your modified adjusted gross income falls below the income limit. And something really cool, Jackie, we work with a lot of folks who are transitioning into retirement. If you actually were working last year but retired at the end of the year, and your income's probably going to be lower this year because you're not working anymore, you might actually want to consider contributing to an IRA at a higher tax rate for 2021, because you can do that up till the time you file your taxes, and then actually withdraw that money almost immediately in a potentially lower tax bracket since you're not working anymore. That could be a really cool tax planning tool to use right now. So all kinds of cool stuff. The tax code is so wide. There's so much stuff we could talk about. We just don't have enough time.
Absolutely. You kind of answered it there in your explanation, but you still have time is the big message I think we want to get out there with some of these things that might help you while you're filing for this past year, correct?
Correct. Yeah, a lot of action can still be taken up until the time that you file your taxes. The tax deadline this year, I believe, is the 18th of April. I think that's a Monday. And so you have some time to plan and prepare. Like I said, there's so many opportunities to take advantage of. You've really got to get your arms around all of this. Work with a professional, either a certified a public accountant. We prefer to work with folks who we consider to be tax planners. Those are the folks looking out the windshield versus tax historians who are looking in the rearview mirror to really look, how can we mitigate taxes down the road as opposed to just maybe saving a little bit now.
That makes a lot of sense. All right, Mark, if people want to get in touch with you to learn more about these amazing tips you're giving us today, how can they do so?
Just visit our website, Triplett-Westendorf.com. We got a lot of really great fun planning tools underneath the planning tools section. Doesn't cost you anything to go check those out.
Looking ahead and being a happy tax planner. I like all those things. Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate your time today. Thanks
for
very
having
much.
me.
You've been listening to the 15-Minute Financial Feast podcast. Remember, every dollar has a purpose and every dollar has a timeline. If you have questions about today's topic, schedule a call with a team member. Visit www.mypt5.com. Until next time, be sure you're taking steps to retire with purpose on time. Mark Triplett is an investment advisor representative of and advisory services offered through Royal Fund Management, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Nothing contained in this program should be considered an offer to buy or sell securities. Different investments have different risks associated with them, and not all investments are appropriate for all investors.